It's the 50th anniversary of street law. We have educated over 35,000 residents in the District of Columbia alone. We've got chapters all over the world and all over the United States, and we have a real reason to celebrate these 50 years. The first thing that we should be the proudest of is engaging people in their education and making creative consumers out of the folks who are in the education system.
Essentially, street law is an approach to teaching people how to think for themselves.
To educate the public about their rights, to build civic engagement, support civic responsibility, and encourage people to know about the systems that impact their everyday lives.
We kind of started with just learning our basic laws, our amendments, rights, like the difference between a civil case or like a criminal case that's like a higher court. You can always apply the things that you learn in this class to the real world.
The idea was not just to teach about the Constitution, but to help the students explore their daily lives and have our law students create activities that would engage them in thinking around what the law is, and also, maybe even more importantly, what the law should be.
I think that street law has started a movement. I mean, 50 years ago, when street law began, this was it. But now, the number of conferences and programs all over the world show the importance of meaningful connection and engaging material.
I'm proud of what street law has done over the last 50 years because it delivered quality education to the learners in the District of Columbia, in secondary schools and in correctional facilities, and gave people in those settings really high quality opportunities for learning and having a voice in their own lives.
Rather than you just sitting in the class and learning the books, you actually get hands-on experience about what real lawyers do.
It really opens your eyes to a whole another perspective of things you could actually do in the world.
They had a passion for it, and their passion for it made us have a passion for it. It was something that was not only beneficial to us, those of us who are still fighting our cases, but it was also just good to know, period. Like general information that you should know. Stuff that a lot of us will learn in middle or high school that we may have forgotten and not even been able to apply to situations that we've been through or are going through now.
I think street law greatly impacted what I want to do in the future. I want to go to college and study political science in hopes of going to law school.
One word that our alumni use to describe their street law experience most often when it comes to their exit interviews is transformational.
I think that the role of street law and public education programs are often undervalued because they're not spaces where students are litigating, but the skill set that students are learning from walking into a classroom of high schools and being able to command attention and then to get them to buy into what you're trying to teach them and essentially sell them that day, those are skills that are incredibly transferable within the legal world.
Whether it's working in pro bono types of work or the public interest, to high-level practice of law or government service. All these skills that they developed here are equally applicable in all those places.
One of the biggest benefits of a program like this to society is it allows law students to cross boundaries and to cross worlds in a real, authentic way and be able to make meaningful connection.
The future of street law should be bigger. And in order for us to make the next 50 years better, brighter, stronger, I want to reach more populations. I want to expand into every single high school in Washington, D.C., charter schools and public schools. And I also want to venture into the middle schools. A lot of young people drop out between the 8th and the 9th grade. Street law as an elective can be another opportunity for them to see themselves in their education and to engage them in highly rigorous participatory education.
I congratulate everybody that's been involved with the street law movement and the street law world for the last 50 years, and I hope that we have another 50 years and 100 years to keep going and to bring the warm spirit of street law all over the world.
We are doing something right in educating the public and providing professional opportunities for law students, and I'm looking forward to 50 more years.